Oh, that's a big one.
Introducing Shimano DC Braking. Digital control will provide trouble-free casting to all anglers. DC will greatly improve the casting and therefore the fishing experience for anglers of all skill levels. Make long, accurate casts regardless of wind speed or direction. DC Brake provides trouble-free casting with a wide range of lures by simply adjusting the external dial. Even challenging casts are now within reach for all anglers. The newest innovation in braking systems, Shimano DC Brake.
There we go.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Got him?
Oh, you lost it.
Oh, you lost him. Scotty just took the nice one and lost it. It's okay.
And here he is with his guiding guy, Uncle Peter. They named him Jesus.
Very strong fish.
What is it ahead?
Real fresh.
Yeah, fresh. Where's your camera? Take a picture, Scott, because that's really fresh.
Yeah. Siege. Riley. Taz. Yeah. Set me free and give me death, there ain't no other choices. When I lay down to go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. Little whispers in my head, man, is you fake a lawyer? Why no water, death to sign a baby, pick your poison. These little demons living underneath my bed, creeping. Know the real monster lives above them all, sleeping. That subtle breathing in your closet every single evening. Thought you never see me again, looks can be deceiving. When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come.
It's just full of fish. Get in there. Go cast a spoon up in there. Where else do you have rigs, Scotty? Throw it in there. Oh, nice fish. Oh, broke me off. Good job, Scotty. Good job, Scotty.
Introducing Shimano DC Braking. The new DC brake is constructed to provide trouble-free casting to anglers. Conventional braking systems require a substantial amount of thumbing to prevent backlash. But DC brake eliminates trouble and reduces thumbing. DC brake provides ultra-long distance for anglers with less thumbing and trouble. Let's see the mechanism of DC brake. When the spool starts to revolve, an electric current is generated through the coil. The intelligent microcomputer constantly measures spool speed and controls it to prevent backlash. The DC brake system doesn't require any batteries or charging. The microcomputer measures and controls spool revolution at 1/1000th of a second intervals and applies the appropriate amount of brake to prevent backlash. This is an actual casting scene. DC brake can provide trouble-free casting for a wide variety of lures and conditions by simply adjusting the external brake dial. No other manual adjustment is required. Conventional brake systems require more thumbing and more adjustment to the brake to best match lures and conditions. With conventional brakes, an incorrect adjustment can greatly limit casting distance and cause backlash. However, DC brake provides you trouble-free casting with less manual adjustment, regardless of lure or conditions. DC brake can match any conditions to provide anglers with easy, trouble-free, and long-distance casting. Perfect casts anytime and every situation. The newest innovation in braking systems, Shimano DC brake.
Real nice fish. Huh. Very strong. Nice big buck.
Is it?
Yeah. You come here. Peter, come here. Look at that. Now that is a steelhead. Woo! Hot fish. Got a double on. Let's see another jump. Third fish out of this hole. I hooked one the cast before this and lost it. There's a, oh, awesome jump. Cop.
This is the hen or buck, Scott?
It's a big hen, I think. That was a great jump.
Nice, Scott.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice fish.
35.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look. You have to see that. If you want, you can take a picture.
I got the GoPro on.
Huh? That's a nice.
Hey.
Huh? Okay. That's a nice copper buck.
Nice buck. Let's see, we'll get them in here together.
It's nice.
Hold on, hey. Woo! Oh, big fish. Oh, gone.
What?
Fish off. Oh yeah, nice fish, Peter. Big fish. Big fish. Hey, you having a good day? Yeah? Got a couple fish? Weather doesn't get much better, does it?
That's not.
Oh, there you go. That's a fish. For sure. Reel, 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 reel.
Watch the clock tick and fade. Pray for a different scene. We can ask but won't receive. But you apologize over and over. You don't want to hear, 'cause it's all white noise, swallow and me. Picking your high horse and I'll be free.
So I worked up at McDougall Lodge in Alaska for 4 seasons, guiding up there. but I actually started in McCall, Idaho, fly fishing for trout. That was a lot of fun. Kind of realized I didn't like taking pictures of little 20-inch trout when I grew up catching salmon and steelhead. So 2005, got my guide's license and been doing that ever since. The bobber dog is just a great way. I've learned a lot as a fisherman doing it because I'm learning, and this is bobbers in general, you're learning right where those fish hold. Where with the drift fishing or side drifting, sometimes I didn't always know where I was catching them. I thought I'd be over here, but really I was, you know, back. So it's been a great learning tool for me too on this river I've been fishing a long time, where these fish hold. So one thing that's hard for guys, especially if they've done a lot of bobber fishing, is you actually want a little bit of slack in this line. If that bobber, if you're tight to that bobber and it's facing you, you're slowly pulling it out of the run. You want a nice little belly, just like these guys have here. Nice little belly in your line, so it keeps that bobber moving downstream. Oh, there you go, that's a fish, for sure. Yeah, he's got him.
Oh, nice.
Spunky guy. Nice hatchery fish. So again, this one grabbed the bead. Look at how fresh. That thing just came in with the tide. I mean, look at those colors in his tail, the purples and blues. Beautiful hatchery fish.
Scale flaking dinner.
Yep, good job. Nice fish. Bobber dogging, it's just side drifting with training wheels. Nick, you need to pull off that bank a little bit. And just for that reason, the bobber dogging works great for my clients because I can tell them exactly where they need to be. We're trying to move these baits the speed of the current, and so I'm trying to catch the boat up and match that speed so they're just drifting naturally, and I found that presentation is really dynamite versus being on the hook some days. So the thing I really like about the bobber dogging is you can really fish a lot of different water and quickly. So you're covering a lot of water. You know, big long runs are ideal, but you can fish by deepening that up, you know, however deep you need to fish through the deep holes, and then shallow it up to fish those shallow tailouts too. Another thing I really like with these Loomis rods and Shimano reels, they're nice and light. You know, you have your rod in your hand all day. I have guys that compliment me on that all the time because you're holding it all day. You're gonna get fatigued if you have a nice heavy rod. This is nice light setup, but it still has enough power to land big steelhead. I mean, a 6 to 12 pound rating, but I've caught steelhead over 20 pounds, and we land salmon on these too. So great rod. They do have a nice soft tip, makes it good for casting. and then stiff backbone. This happens to be a 9.5 foot rod, 6 to 12 pound. I really like these rods. I just got some 10 footers, trying to go a little bit longer. And I do like those too. Just anything to help, you know, like we have wind today, helping to cast against that a little bit more rod helps do that. When that bobber goes down, we're not setting the hook. We're trying to just reel on it, because what we're doing is those bobbers are to our side or upstream. The fish is always faced upstream, so if you reel, you'll pull it right to the corner of his mouth. Now let slack out, let that sink, Nick. Remember, when you always cast, yep, perfect. Yep. And the biggest thing is when you cast, giving it some line too, to let it get down. But that's perfect. That bobber facing downstream.
Against the grain, watch the clock tick and fade. Pray for a different scene. We can ask but won't receive. But you apologize over and over. You don't want to hear, 'cause it's all white noise, swallowing me. Taking your high horse and I'll be free. 'Cause it's all white noise, swallowing me. Maybe we'll know why eventually. We see through the stars, burning in the atmosphere. Down on the boulevard, tell me what I want to hear. But you apologize over and over.
So this style of bobber dogging is a little bit different than what I'm normally used to, because we're actually dragging the sinker along the bottom with these chop floats. So oftentimes I'm fishing directly to the float and keeping the line off the water. In this situation, you're letting the line bow out and actually drag the float along with the terminal gear, which seems to work in all kinds of different conditions.
So I'm easily amused by small things. This little bead here that doesn't go through your eye, it's a bobber stop bead, but it's like a 6 millimeter or bigger than your standard little tiny one. I like it, at least with these Loomis rods. It seemed like those tiny ones would get stuck in the eye every once in a while, so that makes it really nice for not.
Now, who makes that?
Oregon Tackle.
Oregon Tackle?
Yep.
And it's called a bobber stop bead?
Yeah, it's in the package here. It's a Oregon Tackle 6 millimeter red bobber stopper bead. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just attaching my bead. I tie them all with a Duncan loop. Wet that knot, put it right over, slide to my Yarny. And we have a nice dropper swivel with our Dave's Tangle Free. which is going to my top shot, which has our bead to stop the bobber from snagging on that swivel. Bead up above it to stop it on that bobber stop so we can adjust our depth. Pretty simple setup. So we decided to do a second float, which I do a lot of times, trying to stay in front of those fresh pods of fish moving upriver. And with the style that I'm doing, bobber dogging. Nick, your bobber's down? Nope. And we're just trying to cover water. Fishing the speed of the current, so you're gonna be covering more water. A lot of guys are doing 2 floats, and you know, hopefully some people have moved some around and we can find some of those biters that people have missed.
Smell of the salt reminds me of her power. She's always in a constant state of change. how we chase these fish is forever evolving, pushing the limits, testing and learning.